Our world moves to a rhythm, a pulse not measured in seconds or minutes, but in seasons, in generations, in millennia. It is the rhythm of rain and sun, of feast and famine, of life and death. Nowhere on earth is this heartbeat more visible, more resounding, and awe-inspiring than on the endless plains of East Africa. This is the stage for the greatest land spectacle on earth. This is the home of the Great Migration. It is not a single journey, but an eternal pilgrimage, a circular odyssey etched into the very DNA of millions of living beings, a ceaseless tide of life flowing across an entire continent. Welcome to Wild Savannah. For your channel, Nature Realm, the animal world, we won't just observe this phenomenon. We will journey into the very heart of it. We will walk alongside millions of creatures, feel the dust in our lungs, hear the thunder of hooves, and confront the brutal, beautiful truths that govern this eternal cycle. This is not just a documentary. It is a complete immersion into a relentless, unforgiving, and ultimately magnificent struggle for survival. Stay with us as we uncover the story of the Great Migration, a tale of endurance, determination, and life battling against all odds. To understand the migration, we must first understand the land itself. The Serengeti is not merely a backdrop. It is the driving force, the architect of this grand drama. Its name, derived from the Maasai word serengeti, means the place where the land runs on forever. And so it does. Over 5,700 square miles, nearly 15,000 square kilometers of seemingly flat, unremarkable plains stretch toward a horizon that feels like the edge of the world. But this landscape is anything but simple. Its story began millions of years ago, written in fire and stone. The Serengeti ecosystem was profoundly shaped by the volcanic activity of the Great Rift Valley, a colossal geological scar running down the spine of Africa. Volcanoes such as Ngorongoro, Le Maigret, and Aldoinho Lengai, the latter still active, have, over millennia, blanketed these southern plains with fine, mineral-rich volcanic ash. This ash layer creates a unique soil composition. It forms a hardpan just a few feet below the surface, a shallow layer of earth that is perfect for the growth of short grasses rich in nutrients, but too thin to support large trees. This is why the southern plains are a vast treeless grassland, a sea of vegetation. The volcanic soil is rich in phosphorus, sodium, and calcium, essential minerals that fuel grass growth and, most importantly, provide vital nutrients for lactating mothers and their rapidly growing young. The land itself becomes a nursery. The second architect of this land is rain. The climate of the Serengeti is defined by a dramatic cycle of wet and dry seasons. The engine of this cycle is the Intertropical Convergence Zone, ITCZ, a belt of low pressure near the equator where the trade winds of the northern and southern hemispheres meet. As the sun's position shifts throughout the year, this rain belt moves with it. From around December to March, the ITCZ lingers over the southern Serengeti. This is the season of the short rains. It is not a monsoon. Rather, it is a period of scattered showers that bring life. The Tanzania Meteorological Authority records that during these months, rainfall averages between 4 and 12 inches, 100 to 300 millimeters per month. It is just the right amount, enough to coax nutrient-rich grasses from the volcanic soil, turning the plains into a lush green carpet, but not so much as to cause impassable flooding. Temperatures remain mild, ranging from 68 degrees Fahrenheit to 79 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius to 26 degrees Celsius. In every sense, it is a paradise. And in this paradise, life explodes. When the first rains touch the parched plains of Ndutua region in the southernmost part of the Serengeti and the Ngorongoro Conservation Area, the herds begin to arrive. The air, once still and silent, comes alive with the hum of anticipation. The lead actors in this grand performance are the blue wildebeest, over 1.7 million of them. They are strange, almost prehistoric creatures with the sloping back of a hyena, the slender legs of an antelope, and the horns of a buffalo. Each adult, weighing up to 600 pounds, 270 kilograms, has come here with a single sacred purpose: to give birth. In a remarkably brief window, often just 2 to 3 weeks in February, the Ndutu Plains transform into the largest maternity ward on Earth. More than 500,000 wildebeest calves are born. That's over 8,000 new lives entering the world each day. This is no coincidence. It is a brilliant, life-saving evolutionary strategy known as predator saturation or predator satiation. Its logic is brutal but effective. The predators of the Serengeti lions, hyenas, cheetahs, and leopards are many, but their hunting capacity is limited. By synchronizing their births within such a tight time frame, the wildebeest create a sudden, overwhelming surge of potential prey. A pride of lions can only kill so many calves in a day. A clan of hyenas can only gorge themselves to a certain point. The sheer, staggering number of newborns ensures that while many will unfortunately fall, the overwhelming majority will survive the most vulnerable moments of their lives, simply because the predators are overloaded. They are full. There is simply too much life for death to keep up. Let's call him Quito, a name in Swahili that means gem or precious one. He weighs barely 40 pounds, 18 kilograms, with legs as thin as reeds and a coat of soft tawny fur that offers little camouflage on the green plains. His world, from the very first breath he takes, is an unrelenting challenge. There is no gentle introduction, only the herd and the hunters. Survival demands immediacy. Just minutes after birth, Quito must obey an instinct forged over millions of years. He staggers, wobbles, and falls, but he must rise. His mother nudges him gently, a low, encouraging grunt. The watchful eyes of a spotted hyena, just 100 yards away, offer sharp motivation. Within 10 minutes, Quito is on his feet. Within an hour, he is running clumsily, yes, but running trying to melt into the rolling sea of legs and bodies that make up the herd. His life depends on his mother's milk, a liquid packed with nutrients drawn from Ndutu's mineral-rich grasses. This super fuel powers astonishing growth. In just a few short weeks, he'll be able to run nearly as fast as an adult, reaching speeds of 25 to 30 miles per hour, 40 to 48 kilometers per hour. That speed isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. Predators are always watching, always probing the edges of the herd for the weak, the slow, the ones who fall behind. Quito's first steps aren't just steps, they are a declaration of his will to survive. The wildebeests are not alone in this pilgrimage. They travel with two loyal companions, each species playing a crucial role in this mobile ecosystem. First are the zebras, numbering around 260,000 individuals. Their striking black and white stripes seem to defy the logic of camouflage, but serve many purposes. At close range, the patterns may help confuse blood-sucking insects like tsetse flies. Within a herd, the mass of moving stripes creates a dazzling optical illusion that disorients predators, making it hard to single out an individual. This is known as the motion dazzle effect. Unlike wildebeests, zebras do not have a synchronized birthing season. Foals can be born at any time of the year. However, gathering in Undutu during the rainy season offers great advantages. A newborn zebra, weighing around 70 pounds, 32 kilograms, is larger and stronger than a wildebeest calf. It can stand within 20 minutes and run within an hour. This early development is essential. The relationship between wildebeests and zebras is a classic example of mutualistic symbiosis. Zebras are bulk grazers. They prefer taller, tougher, more fibrous grasses. Their digestive systems are adapted to handle lower quality forage. By consuming the taller outer layers of grass, they act as natural lawnmowers, revealing the shorter, more nutritious shoots underneath favored by wildebeests. In essence, they are preparing the meal for their companions. In return, the sheer number of wildebeests provides zebras with safety in numbers. They also benefit from the wildebeest's uncanny ability to sense where the rain will fall next. The third member of this trio is the agile Thompson's gazelle, with a population nearing 500,000. Sleek and swift, these small antelopes, weighing between 44 and 77 pounds, 20 to 35 kilograms, are the sprinters of the savannah. They follow behind the wildebeests and zebras, feeding on the newest grass shoots and broad-leaved herbs left behind by the larger grazers. This staggered grazing pattern is a marvel of ecological efficiency, allowing the three species to exploit the same grassland with minimal direct competition. A newborn Thompson's gazelle is tiny, perhaps weighing only 10 pounds, 4.5 kilograms. Its survival strategy contrasts sharply with that of a wildebeest calf. Instead of running immediately with the herd, its mother will hide it in the tall grass. The fawn's light brown coat provides excellent camouflage, and it will lie perfectly still for hours, sometimes days, with the mother returning periodically to nurse. This hide and wait strategy is a high-risk, high-reward gamble in a landscape patrolled by sharp-eyed predators like cheetahs and eagles. The constantly twitching tail of the adults is not a sign of nervousness. It's a communication system, a visual alarm signaling the presence of danger to the rest of the herd. Together, these three species form a single river of life, flowing forward, a superherd functioning as one organism, consuming tons of vegetation daily, and constantly on the move in search of more. By the end of April and into May, the cosmic pendulum begins to swing. The ITCZ, the Intertropical Convergence Zone, or the rain belt, starts its unstoppable journey northward. The life-giving rains come to an end in the southern Serengeti. The sun, now relentless and scorching, beats down on the plains. The lush green carpet transforms almost overnight into a golden, brittle landscape. The volcanic soil, once a blessing, now becomes a curse. The same shallow, hard ground that had prevented trees from growing now causes the grasses to wither and die with brutal efficiency. Paradise is lost. The grasslands that had sustained millions of lives can no longer do so. A primal, ancient trigger is activated. It's a complex mix of signals: dry grass, dwindling water sources, perhaps even shifts in atmospheric pressure. The herds grow restless. The low hum of contentment is replaced by a rumble of urgency. It is time to move. The northward migration begins. This is no leisurely stroll. It is a forced march. The herds merge into massive columns, some stretching as far as 25 miles, 40 kilometers. From the air, it looks like a thick, brown artery pumping life across the vast empty plains. They move with purpose, covering 6 to 9 miles, 10 to 15 kilometers a day. The destination is a promise, a hope of greener pastures in the north and west. The journey takes them through the heart of the Serengeti toward a region known as the Western Corridor. Here, the landscape changes. Open plains give way to acacia woodlands and riverine forests. The terrain becomes more complex, more fragmented. And with this complexity comes a new, more focused level of danger. The open plains provided safety in numbers and early warnings. The trees offer cover, shade, and ambush points. This is predator territory. The lion is the apex predator of the Serengeti, the undisputed king. But this is not a kingdom of benevolent rule. It is a reign of strategic, calculated terror. Lions are the only truly social cats, and this social structure is the key to their success. They live in pride's complex matriarchal societies. At the core of a pride is a group of related lionesses, their offspring, and one or more allied males who have earned the right to mate. It is the lionesses who carry out the majority of the hunts. And throughout the migration, they become masters of the landscape. They don't chase prey for miles across open plains. That's the game of cheetahs, an energy expense lions cannot afford. Instead, they rely on cooperation, patience, and an intimate knowledge of the terrain. As the herds move through the Western Corridor, the lionesses choose their ambush points with deadly precision. A dense acacia bush, a rocky outcrop, the sloped edge of a dry riverbed, any feature that offers concealment. They are masters of the pincer move. Some lionesses position themselves downwind, out of sight. Others may loop around, subtly steering the herd toward the waiting trap. Communication happens in silence and is nearly imperceptible. A flick of an ear, a swish of a tail, a glance exchanged. They wait. They observe the endless flow of wildebeest and zebras, searching for signs of weakness. Is there a calf falling behind? An individual limping from an old wound? An animal that seems distracted or exhausted? Her name is Nguvu, which means strength. She has watched this river of life flow through her territory for over 10 years. She knows its rhythms, its weaknesses. She doesn't hunt just for herself, but for her 3 cubs, hidden safely in a nearby den. Her focus is absolute. She ignores the thousands of healthy animals The chaos is filtered through her mind, searching for opportunity. There it is, a young zebra, separated from its mother by the jostling herd, hesitates. That is all the invitation Nguvu needs. The explosion is instant. From complete stillness, she bursts forward with explosive speed, capable of reaching 35 miles per hour, 56 kilometers per hour. Her goal is not a long chase, but to close the distance in seconds to spark panic and confusion. The herd erupts, a cyclone of dust and pounding hooves. The other lionesses emerge from their cover, cutting off escape routes. The target, the young zebra, is overwhelmed. Nguvu's attack is designed to bring her close enough to unleash her immense strength. She leaps, her powerful forelegs wrapping around the zebra's hips, claws sinking deep to hold tight. Her momentum and weight bring the animal crashing down. The killing bite is swift and precise, a suffocating clamp over the muzzle, or a crushing bite to the neck to sever the spine. For the herd, the moment of panic passes in a flash. They scatter, and within minutes, grazing resumes. The river of life flows on, leaving one of its own behind. For Nguvu and her pride, it's a hard-won victory, a meal that will sustain them for the days ahead. This scene, with all its brutal efficiency, plays out hundreds of times a day along the migration route. It is the price of life on the savannah. While the lion relies on strength and teamwork, another great hunter plays a different game. The cheetah is the embodiment of speed, a marvel of evolution built for one singular purpose: explosion. Its body is a masterpiece of aerodynamic engineering: a long, slender frame, a small head, enlarged nostrils and lungs for massive oxygen intake, and a long rudder-like tail for balance during high-speed turns. It is the fastest land animal on Earth, capable of reaching speeds between 60 to 75 miles per hour, 96 to 120 kilometers per hour. But this astonishing speed comes at a cost. The cheetah's body is built for sprinting, not for endurance or strength. Its claws are only partially retractable, acting like cleats for better grip, but they lack the killing power of a lion's. Its jaws are small, its skeleton light. It cannot face direct confrontation. A single kick from a zebra could snap its fragile legs. A swipe from a lion could be fatal. It is a specialist, a phantom predator working the edges. The cheetah's preferred prey during the migration is the Thompson's gazelle. This is a contest between two of the fastest creatures on the plains, a dance of speed and agility. A cheetah will use any available cover, a termite mound, a low bush to stalk as close as possible. The hunt is a game of energy conservation. The cheetah knows it only has one chance, an incredible burst of acceleration it can only sustain for 20 to 30 seconds. If it cannot catch its prey in that window, it will overheat and be forced to abandon the chase. The chase is pure poetry. The cheetah's spine coils and uncoils, its long legs devouring the ground in 25-foot strides. But the gazelle is far from helpless. It can't outrun the cheetah in a straight line, but it can outmaneuver it with cunning. It employs a high-speed zigzag tactic. Just as the cheetah closes in, the gazelle veers sharply to the side. The cheetah, using its tail as a counterbalance, must slam on the brakes and change direction, losing precious momentum. Another defensive tactic of the gazelle is starting or pronking, leaping high into the air with all four legs stiffened. This may seem counterintuitive, wasting energy this way, but it serves as an honest signal to the predator. I see you. I'm strong and fit. You'll waste your energy chasing me. Often, a cheetah will abandon the chase if the gazelle starts to bounce, opting to conserve energy for an easier target. If the cheetah succeeds, it will trip the gazelle with its front paw and, like the lion, deliver a suffocating bite to the throat. But its victory is fragile. Exhausted from the chase, its heart pounding, it must eat quickly. The scent of freshly killed prey carries far across the savannah winds, attracting stronger predators. A lion or a pack of hyenas won't hesitate to steal the cheetah's meal. In this world, even for the most skilled hunter, survival is never guaranteed. The heartbeat of the savannah continues. With each dawn, a new calf takes its first tentative steps. With every river crossing, a new story of survival is written. The Great Migration is the ultimate story of life itself, a journey of relentless struggle, profound loss, and unyielding hope. Have you ever witnessed this breathtaking spectacle? Have you ever stood on the banks of the Mara River and felt the ground tremble beneath your feet? If so, share your stories, your photos, your experiences in the comments below. Every voice raised for this wilderness helps raise awareness. You become an ambassador for its conservation. The challenges are immense, but the fight is far from over. By supporting reputable conservation organizations, by choosing to travel responsibly, and by spreading the message, we all can play a part in ensuring that for generations to come, the wild footsteps of the migration will continue to echo across these timeless plains. This magnificent journey must be allowed to continue forever. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to join us on more magical adventures where nature's stories are still waiting to be told.